Now we're gonna put it all back together, but before we do so, we need to make sure we put some 2,4-C on this little shaft right here. Just so everything can be lubricated. Okay, now to install it, we just gotta go in there carefully. And watch out for your shift shaft and your water pump. Take your time with this, there's no rush. Now that we got it put back on, we're gonna put some Loctite on these bolts. Right now we're just gonna get it finger tight. And once we have all 5 bolts back on, I'll tighten it down. Now don't forget to put this 5th one in. Now I'm gonna tighten everything down. But I'm gonna crisscross tie it down so it tie down evenly. Now once you guys got everything secure, be sure to reconnect your shift shaft and make sure it's connected correctly. Now, when I bought this boat, this trim tab was broken and this vent for it was missing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull out this old one and put in this new one. Put some Loctite on this bolt. Now, this is how it should look like with the new trim tab and the little vent. When I get back on the water, I have to adjust this according to my alignment. But now we got everything back in install. It's time to fill up the gear lube and fire her back up and see if she runs. I'm gonna fill it up with some gear lube, mercury, connect it to the bottom of the drain. And once it's connected, you just pump until you see the gear lube coming out from up top. Alrighty, here it comes. Alright, so that means that it's pretty full. Now what you want to do is you want to close the drain on this vent first, so that way when you take this off, it won't drain all your gear lube out. So I replace it with some new washers. Okay, now let's clean her up. Now for this bottom one, I will have this one in my hand. And that's how you fill up your gear lube. Pretty easy, just make sure it's tight. Now we're gonna put the propeller back on, and I already put some marine grease on here, 2,4-C. Slide this back on. Okay. Put the prop back on. Propeller. Make sure you put this key back and align with that little notch. Okay. Now we just push these tabs back. Make sure you put those tabs back, push it back against the nut so it doesn't come loose on you when you're on the water. And there you go. Prop this back on. All right, let's turn her on.